I'll talk to you a little bit today about choices and decisions. You've made some good choices. My prayer is that you continue to make good choices. The choices and decisions you make now will determine whether or not you will make those goals, whether you will reach those levels, whether you will accomplish those things. The text admonishes us in all our ways, acknowledge God, reverence God, glorify God. As I said in my prayer, in the midst of your academic studies, always make sure in the midst of there is God. Never forget Him. Realize it is He who helped you get to where you are. Make the right choices. As a pastor, I've seen a lot of young people in these 37 years I've been in the ministry. Some have made wise choices, and some have made unwise choices. And at times, those unwise choices have cut them short. Those goals and plans that they had, they did not reach them. God is a loving and forgiving God. And the Bible makes it clear God will forgive any sin. If you come to Him and confess, He will forgive. But the thing a lot of people don't realize a lot of times is that sometimes those sins will leave scars that can never be removed. I once heard a piece of poetry one time that said, experience was the master teacher. His way was hard and rough. Wisdom stood back and watched his procession and thought to watch was experience enough. Mom and Dad know what they're talking about. Believe me, they do. I know at this age, a lot of times, and I've been there, we think we know everything. You say amen, you know it's true now. We think we know everything, but we don't really know a whole lot. Mom and Dad know what they're talking about. And when they give you guidance and instructions because they've been there, or they've seen others who've gone there, and they're trying to help you avoid some of the pitfalls, some of the pain, some of the suffering as a result of a bad choice or decision. Young people, make wise choices. God will take you there. I remember, man, how many high school graduates have there? See hands in. Just come out of high school. I was pastoring a church once, a young fellow come out of high school. About a year or so after that, he and his family were faithful to church. When he got out of high school, he decided he wanted to go another route. And his church attendance dropped off, and dropped off, and dropped off. Almost to the point where he didn't see me. Never forget, I came home one evening. This actually happened. And the phone rang. I picked up the phone. It was his mother. She said, Pastor Smith, I need your help. I said, what's the problem? She said, it's my son. I said, okay. What's the problem, sis? He had dropped off from church. He was in another city, a few hundred miles away, in jail. Been arrested. And as she told me the story, he had left home, been gone a few days. They didn't know where he was. He had met some individuals, and they started to hang together, to do what they do. Unknown to him, they were involved in a drug operation. He didn't know. Somebody tipped off the police. They came raid the place, and all of them got arrested. I said, sis, what can I do to help? He said, can you come to his hearing of sorts and say a word for him? I said, okay. So I came up, drove all the way there a few hundred miles away, and met with the judge. And I stood before that judge and made a plea for that young man. Talked about how good his family was, how faithful his family was, and he just made a mistake, if there could be mercy, all that I could do. When I finished, the judge said, thank you very much, Pastor. So the mother asked me if I could testify as a character witness at his trial. I said, I would. Day came for his trial. Witness after witness came up. I came up, testified as a character witness. Members of the church testified as a character witness. The trial was over with. The jury went out to deliberate. And we stood in the foyer of the lobby of that courtroom. And as we stood there, young people, I'm not a lawyer, but it didn't look good. He knew it didn't look good. He stood in the lobby of that courtroom, 19 years old, and begged me for help. Pastor, you gotta help me. Crying. You gotta help me. You gotta help me, Pastor. I don't think there's ever been a time that I felt more helpless as a pastor. Because all I could do was pay his rent. All I could do. 45 minutes later, they came and said the jury was back. 45 minutes. Went back in that courtroom, they found him guilty of possession with intent to sell. You know what sunk him? You know what really pulled him down? I found out later on that there were 2 other people involved. He was the only one that maintained his innocence. But in exchange for reduced sentences, the other 2 testified against him and said that he knew everything that was going on. Those were friends for him. He was sentenced to 16 years in prison. 19 years old. His mother died while he was in prison. He couldn't even come out to take his mother's made a choice, made a decision that cut off his dreams. The choices and decisions you make now will determine where you will be on tomorrow. Make wise choices. And the wisest choice is to always be faithful to God. Now, stay in church. Stay in church. Now, I know sometimes church may seem a little slow, may seem a little dry sometimes, may seem a little boring sometimes. Hello.
Yes.
Sometimes it may seem that way. But stay with it.
Yes. Amen.
Stay with it.
Stay with it.
Don't walk away. Stay with it.
Yes.
Make wise choices. Will determine your future. As I said, you all got great goals. As I listen, proud as I can be, sometimes a bad choice can cut those dreams off. When I joined the church back in 1977, teenager, there's a young lady named Jean who joined at the same time that I was. She's a little older than I was. We joined the church at the same time, gave our hearts to the Lord. 2 years after I joined, I got blessed to go off to college, begin my training for ministry. But I would come home during break to visit. And as I came home, Jean started attending church less and less and less. When I would come home, I may see her on the street. I may see her periodically at church, but she wouldn't show much. Pretty much she got to the point where she quit coming altogether. And I remember coming home one holiday break. When I was a student at Oakwood, you got out before Thanksgiving. You have to go back until after New Year's with my quarter system. When I came home, my mother asked me, she said, "Son, do you remember Jean?" I said, "Yes, Mom, I do." She said, "I got some bad news." I said, "What is it?" She had stopped coming to church. She had gotten involved with a young man who didn't believe in Jesus, who didn't believe in church, didn't care anything about the Lord. She got involved with him. And one day at her place, they had an altercation. Got into an altercation, the 2 of them. And he picked up a knife from the kitchen. And Jean broke to run, but she wasn't fast enough. He caught her before she could get out the door, and he stabbed her multiple times. And she died right there in the foyer of her own house. Just so happened it was having Jean's funeral while I was home, so I went to the funeral. Time came to go view the body. I walked down the aisle and got to the casket, and I stopped and looked down at Jean's lifeless body. And I couldn't help but say to myself, "Jean, you made a decision to stay with the Lord. Stay in church and quiet your life."
Yes.
My heart was wrenched. But we came in together. Came to church together. We sang in our, we didn't have a choir as good as the children's choir here. We kind of had a little ragged choir. You know, a little text that said, "Make a joyful noise to the Lord." That's what we did. But we sang anyway. We sang together. She was an usher, I was a junior deacon, and yeah. Now she's lying in front of me. Violence. Make a choice. There's a text in the Bible that says, be not deceived, God is not wrong. Whatsoever man soweth, shall also reap. God loves you and wants the best for you. He wants you to be that engineer, that doctor, or nurse or teacher, whatever it is. God wants it for you, you can get it, but you got to make wise choices. Jane's funeral concluded. Her daughter, Galatia, remember, Galatia looked at me and she wept bitterly and said, my mother is gone. My mother is gone. You got to make wise choices. Study your Bible. Know your Bible for yourself so that you will not be deceived by others. I had a fellow high school football player named Daniel. Daniel, I was on the team. I played through my sophomore year, and I played my last 2 years. But Daniel and I played ball together. Daniel and I used to go to the gym, exercise together. We knew each other very, very well. But Daniel got involved with some religious folk who didn't adhere to the Bible like they should. They kind of put some other stuff in there. He got involved with those folk. I would come home and try to talk to him, and Daniel was saying some strange things that I knew were not based in Scripture because I read my Bible. So I chose not to go down that route. I remember hearing a friend of mine say that he had saw something on television that involved my hometown, Americus, Georgia. And he said, about a fellow named Daniel. I said, Daniel, I know a Daniel. He said, yeah, they're going to re-air it on TV. So I decided to watch. Daniel had gotten involved with these people and it messed with his mind. That's mind messed up. So much for he had been put into a mental institution. He was rehabilitated, they thought, and he was let out. When he got out, Daniel went and purchased a gun, went out to a Walmart parking lot, stood out and opened fire on the people who were shopping that day. Everybody started to run and scream all over the place. He hit one man and the man went down. As the man was on the ground, his wife was over his body. Daniel walked up to the two of them. As she looked up, pleading for her life, he fired a second shot into this lady. He killed them both. The police arrived and arrested him. When they got him down to there, they asked him, why did you do it? Why did you do this? You know what he said? He said, I wanted to die, but I didn't have the guts to kill myself. So I felt like if I killed enough people, they put me to death. That's what he said. And I watched on television as they had his trial, they recorded it. I said, why? Because this is one of my classmates. And he reaffirmed that in his testimony before the court. He wanted death. If you let me out, I'm going to go after your children. I would sue him. He's put in jail. And before the death sentence was carried out, he hung himself. Young people, it's about to, the devil is real. He's not fake. He's not under the ground in a hot place like I was talking when I was coming up. He's real. He wants you, your minds are sharp, your bodies are strong. He wants you to use you up in his cause and then throw you away. You stay with the Lord no matter what. Resist the temptation to go the other way. You stay with God. Get your academics, go to college, be all you can be, get all you can get, but make sure you stay with God.
Yes.
A wrong decision, cut off those dreams.
Yes.
Like I said, God will forgive you.
Mm-hmm.
You sin, you can make God forgive you, but sometimes sin will leave you scarred for life. You got wisdom, adhere to it. Pay attention to mom and dad. Listen to your church leaders. Pay attention to grandma and granddad. They know what's out there. It's all about choices and decisions. My own life, as I think back. In high school, I joined this church. Can't remember what they had in this church. Now, I'll say something to you that I hope you can handle. Okay? I was on the high school football team. Starting position. With Daniel, and Willie, and Dwayne, and all the rest of them. We were all there. Playing ball. One problem. They played on the Sabbath. Friday night was on the Sabbath. I've been taught, and I know that that's God's time. That's holy time. That's sacred time. And activities like those I should not engage in on the Sabbath. Everybody with me? During the hours of the Sabbath. That's holy time. I had to make a decision. What I'm going to do. My parents let me make the decision. What are you going to do then? I decided to leave the team and be faithful to God.
Amen.
Now, it wasn't easy. I'm going to be honest with you. I want to play. The America's High School Panthers. Big blue and white. Elder Phillips is not here, but he tell you we played Worth County several times. And we could take down Worth County every time we played. Dublin, Worth County, Statesboro, all of them. Americas. 3 state championships, won 2 of them, second best consecutive winning record in the state during that time. 33 wins without a loss. Only Valdosta had a better 34 in a row. Valdosta High had a better record. Americas was number 2. 1 year, second best AA football team in the nation. America's High School Panthers. Under the lights, everybody in America loved the Panthers. When the Panthers played, the stadium would be full. We'd come out to watch the Panthers play. But they played on Saturday. I had to make a decision. Am I going to do what God wants me to do? Or am I going to go another way? I chose to do what God wanted me to do. Now, it wasn't easy. I can remember, Jeff, we had a little bit of newspaper called the America's Time Recorder. America only had like 10,000 people. And the Time Recorder went all over the city. And whenever they had football, the player of the week would get his picture plastered on the front page of the America's Time Recorder. And I would pick up the paper on Sunday other morning. I'd see Dennis, I'd see Dwayne, I'd see Willie, all these guys. I could play ball just as well as they could. They got their picture in the paper. That was rough. I'll be honest, that was tough. Sometime on Friday night, I knew I shouldn't have been, but I was wondering what the team was doing there with Paris. I wouldn't turn on the radio. No, you had the radio. They would have the game on the radio. I wouldn't turn it on. But I couldn't wait to Saturday night, Sunday. Find out, did the Panthers win? Wasn't easy, but I stayed there. God blessed me to finish high school. God blessed me to go on to college, first one in the family to get a 4-year college degree. I went on to Oakwood, went through without missing a quarter, then borrowed $350 the whole time I was there. I graduated with honors, went on to be the first one in the family to get a master's degree. Been serving in the ministry now for 33 years. Amen. God has blessed my life because I made a wise choice. Right. I'm not done here. Make wise choices for people. God wants to bless you, and you can be a shining light and beacon for Him. Yeah. Whatever profession you're in, being faithful. Don't let the dollar signs, point you in the wrong direction. Remember Pastor Winter Phipps said he's had offers to sing at certain functions and gatherings, but they want him to sing ungodly music. He's turned all of it down. Right. All of it down. So I sing for Jesus, and I sing for Him only. Making the right choices. So. God wants to bless you. Going to college, going to high school, middle school, first grade, whatever the case may be, God wants to bless you. And let me conclude with this. Be determined that nobody, nothing will stop you from being what God wants you to be. And I've shared it so many times, I've shared it again. When I got ready to go to college, what my father told me. He died back in 1988, but I'll never forget what he told me. Son, you get a chance to do something I never got a chance to do. I leave school and high school to take care of my mother. Not only have you graduated from high school, you get ready to go to college. You go on, son, and you be all the best that God would have you to be. Then he said, listen, son, if someone writes it down on paper, somebody can take that and tear it out. But if you get it in your head, son, get it up here. Nobody can ever take it away from you. Amen. I remember that just like it was yesterday. That was way back. Well, not so way back, but way back. 1979. My father told me, okay, way back. I must confess, it is way back. My daddy told me that, I never forgot. Remember your parents who sacrificed so much. Something else Dad told me in his last days. I was at Andrews University. Son, don't ever forget your mother. You know, his days were winding down. Cancer, even though he had his life. He said she will carry you for 9 months, lay down and bring you into this world, and help me raise you and your 8 brothers and sisters. Don't you ever forget your mom. I said, you got it, Dad. I won't forget. I haven't to this day. It's all about choices, young people. You can do it. You can make it. Don't be discouraged. Don't let nobody stop you. Right. And let me conclude with one of my favorites. And everybody probably knows one of my favorites, what it is. Yes, sir. Don't quit. Yes, don't you quit. Don't you give up. Don't you give in. You stay faithful. You work hard, because when things go wrong, and they sometimes will, the road that you're traveling seems all uphill. When the funds are low and the debts are high, you learn about that eventually, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. The care is pressing you down with debt. Rest if you must, but never quit. Yes, sir. Life is quick. It is twists and turns. And each one of you will sometime learn that many a failure turns about when you might have won that is stuck it out. Yeah. Don't you give up when the pace seems slow. Yeah. And you might succeed with the next blow. So often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. And often a struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learns too late as the night slips down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out. Silver lining to the clouds of doubt. You never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So graduates, stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you cannot quit. God bless you. Congratulations. And God be with you. Walk with him, and he will walk with you. Amen. Amen. And we just have a prayer consecration over our graduates, and then we'll conclude. Let's pray. Father, thank you again for these young men and young ladies, for the milestone that they have reached in their lives. Graduates, kindergarten, 5th grade, 8th grade, 12th grade, college. Thank you, Lord, for bringing them where they are now. Thank you for their parents, their family members, Lord, who instilled in them the right principles and morals. Now, Father, wherever they're going now, 1st grade, 6th grade, 9th grade, college, I pray that they will always keep you in the middle, keep you in the center of all that they do. Their studying, their social life, may God always be in the center. And Lord, remind them it is of necessity to reach the goals and plans that you've placed in their hearts. It is of necessity that they make wise choices and decisions. So bless them all. Be with them and keep them. I pray and I ask in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. God bless you, graduates. God bless you.